nephews and nieces can be great, right? Because so Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, but lots of stuff more to discover. I want to start by asking the two of you, Rashmika and Tiger. Do you remember what was the one that popped the cherry for you? What was the first one that got you interested in anime? Do you remember the one that sort of made you see?
अरे भाई क्या कर रहा है?
My answer would be Naruto. Oh yes, Naruto Shippuden, and now Boruto has been a part of my life. It's become my lifestyle now. So every time I talk to my friends about anime, they're like, "We're still not introduced to this world," and finally here I am talking to everyone who actually are a part of this world, and I feel so awesome right now.
I think for me, it would definitely have to be Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z fans. Yeah. And even more back in the day, actually around the same time, I would have to say Pokemon. I hope you guys. Naruto Shippuden. I wanted to say Boruto, but Boruto sort of messed Naruto up for me really badly. Yeah, sorry about that, but that's my honest opinion. I'm not happy with Boruto. Um, but I just I'm very old school when it comes to that, and I seek a lot of inspiration from these animes. Yeah.
For your action?
For my action, yes. I don't have the guts to say this, and I hope someday that I get a chance to be I hope I get to participate in a live action movie in one of these, if they ever decide to make a live action film of one of these animes. But it's definitely a big responsibility. Have you guys seen the Kenshin live movie, the Rurouni Kenshin live movie?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job with that one. The Dragon Ball, not so much. But,
The thing about anything that you watch is about how it makes you feel. Do you remember how it made you feel the first time you watched? For you, Naruto, for you, what do you remember? What it did to you? Do you remember the sort of mixed emotions, or really how it made you feel when you watched it for the first time, and why that became something that you then wanted to revisit and eventually ended up becoming a fan of?
Like I mentioned, I was inspired after watching Goku transform into Super Saiyan. I was inspired when Naruto learned the Rasengan. I was inspired when Kakashi first showed his Sharingan. There's so many moments in anime that just sort of want you just want to get up and do something. It's just an amazing feeling. It's an adrenaline rush, excuse me, and just the emotion is also just. We were discussing the emotion. All these animes are amazing. The backstory of each character is just so. You connect with each character, not just the main protagonist, which I think the people in anime do just so beautifully. There was an episode in the latest Demon Slayer anime where we finally get to know that Nezuko can walk in daylight. That's amazing. But before that, I thought she was gonna die. My heart melted, and I wanted Tanjiro to just break that so badly. That what level upper moon for demon? What's that? What was his name? Hantengu. Correct. Yeah, but it's stuff like this that just drives me crazy.
For you, Rashmika?
For me, I think beneath all the action and the superheroism and all of that comes the emotion where they drive all of this from. And be it in Naruto, how alone he's felt because of his, curse, and because of the village not treating him like a normal human being to becoming like the Hokage of the whole village. Just the journey and the concept of never giving up, I think I've driven a lot from the anime on that concept. And yeah, it's all these stories and the emotions that can really make you sob. It can really choke you and tear you up whilst you're just watching, like, anime. So I think that's what I call a lifestyle, because it's no more just an anime for us. It's more than that. And a true anime fan, like I'm sure all of us are, will actually, relate to it.
I have to ask the question, and this is actually even for the fans. Subs or dub?
I think they answered it. They answered it. Sure. Although back in, I wouldn't say back in the day, but Dragon Ball Z, Goku's voice artist is brilliant. Yeah. Sean is really good. He's got a powerful voice, but again, yeah, OG is OG. Yeah, Japanese and subtitles.
Rashmika?
Hands down, like, so any day.
Rahul, I'd love for you to weigh in. What do you think it is about anime, and specifically the ones that break out, that sort of speak a universal language? Because, of course, anime can trace its roots back to Japan, and yet it speaks a universal language.
I stick to it. I'm a true Naruto
Say
fan.
from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
It's really tough. I think all-time favorite hero would probably be Goku. Um, I like Minato. I like Naruto's father a lot. He's really cool. And another one, I'd probably say the most unsung hero would probably be Itachi. I think. Yeah. From the villains, Vegeta, is he a villain?
No, not anymore.
I was gonna say Akaza. Akaza, I like him a lot in Demon Slayer. And I'm looking forward to the fight he's gonna have with. You guys know which Hashira is gonna fight him finally?
You.
Yeah, Gyu. I think so too. You guys read the manga, I'm sure. Yeah. Wow, that's tough. Akaza definitely won. Yeah. Um, but I want him to get his ass kicked because of what he did to Rengoku. Who else? Madara Uchiha. Yeah. Um,
Frieza.
oh, Orochimaru. That's a good one. Orochimaru. He still freaks me out. Yeah, Orochimaru is scary. Yeah, yeah.
Looking at the fans who come and cosplay, I have to ask: have you found your tribe? Have you found do you have friends who you share this with? Do you talk about anime? Do you watch anime with friends? Do you have a community? Or is it
Can you
sometimes?
guys be my friends, please?
Yes. Join our community.
No, not really.
I think that's why I was like, we're in the perfect place right now, because we want to pick up the phone and talk to our friends about all of this, but I don't think they really get it. So that's why I feel at home right now, because I'm like, we have way too many things to talk about. So
Rahul, perfect timing for Crunchyroll.
yes.
I have a theory, and I want you to tell me whether. I spoke to nephews and nieces, and they talk about how anime and specific sort of stories and specific series can be empowering depending on what place you are in your life. I mean, bullied kids turn to anime because it makes you feel invincible, and if you're alone, it makes you feel like you're part of something larger. I mean, are these feelings that you've gone through? Does it sort of, is it more than just sort of fun for the 45 minutes that you're watching? I mean, does any of this make sense to y'all as hardcore fans?
Absolutely, and I think Rashmika and I were just discussing a lot of the themes in anime are similar. A lot of the protagonists, always start as underdogs primarily and then come out on top. And I think the primary theme, at least the one that sticks out, is the fact that we never give up. You know, and I think whether it's Naruto, who never gave up on becoming the Hokage, or it's even Vegeta, who was not the hero, but I mean he's the second lead to Goku. He never gave up on trying to keep up with Goku. Never gave up on becoming a Super Saiyan. Never gave up on just pushing his limits. So I think never giving up is something that is a very constant theme through a lot of these animes.
And I think Attack on Titans, how they showed. It's crazy. It's crazy how each of these animes have their own underline of the message that they want to send. It's not just entertainment. If it was just entertainment, we could just watch it for like the 45 minutes and let go of it. But when you're included, and if you feel like it's a lifestyle, it's something that's teaching you. So it's much deeper than what we can talk about, and it's these little things that you watch and you pick up all those things to your own life, and you make it a part of your life. So I think that's what keeps us so involved in this anime culture, anime universe, and I think that's what we all can relate to. Honestly.
Do you have much? Do you? I got a Dragon Ball Z swatch today. I'm not sharing. Do you have much? Do you buy toys? Do you have?
I buy toys, yeah. I like to play with my action
Rashmika, do you buy
figures, yeah.
toys?
Don't take that the wrong way.
Mod over Rashmika.
Well, like I recently started traveling and I've started to buy the merchandises, but now that I have access to it, I'm gonna make the best use of it.
Rahul, and then maybe they can jump in as well. What are you really hoping that Crunchyroll will do in terms of expanding the base? Because there is clearly a loyal fan base. Do you see anime as something that those that haven't necessarily discovered it early on in their lives, at a younger age, could also become converts? And do you think that Crunchyroll will play a big role in doing that?
Look, I absolutely agree with Rajiv. Like we see this across the globe. There are a lot of fans that come into anime young, but there's also a lot of fans that come into anime later in life. For myself, like I didn't get into anime until I was in my early 20s. And what we are seeing now, especially in the rest of the world, and I think even in India, is where parents are introducing anime to their kids and experiencing anime together. Like we had Dragon Ball superhero movie, and we saw dads and moms bringing their kids to the movie. They grew up with Dragon Ball, and now they're introducing their kids to anime. So yes, I think anime is already multi-generational, and we will continue to see that get bigger. And I think India, like you said, like there's a lot of anime fans, and our hope is that with these partnerships and the work that we will do here in India, we're going to introduce anime to way more fans and grow anime globally.
Do you believe, the two of you believe that there is an audience that's just waiting to be tapped? I would imagine just from from friends, from people that you know, that it is something that you know that friends will discover when it's out there and accessible in this form.
I mean, I definitely, after seeing this turnout and after seeing how aware they are, I think there's definitely a huge demand for anime over here as well. Before I even got to know about Crunchyroll, I used to sort of look for websites, different websites which weren't official anime websites. I don't want to take any names. I'm sure you guys already know these names, but. Yeah, so I'm sure these guys were doing the same thing, and now that we have access to Crunchyroll, it's just gonna make life so much easier.
Correct. I completely agree with what Tiger has to say.
Is there a specific title that you're waiting to catch as soon as you get your subscription? Do they get a lifetime subscription? Well, now he's promised.
Promise on stage, right?
Yes, please make Sir promise this on stage, because this was the first deal that I had, told them. I was like, sir, I need a lifetime subscription. I'm sorry, but I really need it. I can't wait for those episodes and the shows and anything any longer.
Promise on stage. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, are there some new Naruto episodes coming out? Is what I heard. That's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Just make sure Boruto's not born yet. If you can do that, nothing.
Hey, that's the son.
I know.
You can't do that. You can see Naruto and even in Boruto, so it's still worth watching.
Hey, don't you guys feel that we should have? And don't you feel that we should have had a few episodes of after Naruto's last movie? Remember that phase? Have you guys seen Naruto's last movie? Yeah. The marriage, post the marriage, before Boruto and all showed up. They should have had that play out a little more. I believe. Yeah.
You really don't like the fellow.
That's just my personal opinion.
How can one ever be too old to get into anime? Asking for a friend.
Definitely not. Like I said, there is anime for everyone.
If you were to pick sort of your, I mean, you know, the typical sort of deserted island question. If you could only watch one series ever, and you would not be that would be the last thing you'd watch, what would you pick? Out of everything that you've watched, if you could only take one.
I think good One Piece, yes.
One Piece is still going on. It's never ending.
Full Metal Alchemist. Like memories just rushing through all of them. Yeah,
जेठालाल भी
can't
बोलो ना
pick
कोई।
one, sir, for me. I
It's
don't
tough.
जेठालाल।
I'm really tripping on Demon Slayer and
हाथी
My
भाई।
Hero Academia right now. These are the two that.
And Bleach as well.
Even जेठालाल।
Now you could pick one.
I think if I had to pick one, it would be Cowboy Bebop for me.
Old favorite. So I'm gonna sort of end by asking each of you if you had to do cosplay, and you could come dressed as one character. What's the one that you would make the effort, make the costume yourself, not buy it in a store, and come dressed as?